You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information. The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily represent those of the network, its advertisers, owners, or sponsors.
All right, it is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour on Podcast Detroit.
Yes, we are here at Smalls in downtown Hamtramck, Michigan.
All of Hamtramck is downtown.
Yeah, it's all downtown Hamtramck.
It really is. But Smalls. And we're here with Mike Moyanis, is that right? All right.
Moyanis, yep.
Moyanis. Mike is here. And we're going to talk about, because we're at Smalls, there's a new beer in town.
Yes, there's a new beer, and we're here to talk a little bit about what Smalls is doing with their new lager.
And when there's a new beer in town, we need to drink
Yes.
it. So that's pretty much the whole shtick behind that. But before
I
we
like to drink anything, but usually.
Before we dive into that, we want to talk to Mike about Smalls and the history of Smalls, where you're at and where you're going, and all of that. So, Mike, how long have you been the owner here at Smalls, and how long has this been running?
I think we've owned this now for 14 years,
Okay.
and it's been around for 18.
Okay.
So we were going to do our anniversary party next week, but everybody kind of forgot. So when you get this old, you don't really celebrate birthdays
Because you got the
anymore.
woman behind the bar. You don't forget that anniversary.
Yes,
No.
that's Natalie
No.
that's back there. Right?
That's,
That's your.
The anniversary with her is important. The anniversary of the bar.
I made my wedding anniversary a bunch of my passwords, so I would never forget it.
So you remember it every time.
Yep.
So a good 14 years that you've been at the helm. So what has come through Smalls in those last 14 years? Because you've had some pretty interesting acts, some national acts.
Yeah, we've had some really big ones. The Turbo Negro was the craziest one. They're like, they can sell out.
I thought you had the. Did you have the Chameleons UK in here just
Yeah.
about 2 years ago? Wasn't
Yeah, we
it?
had them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah, I would have loved to be there for that one.
Yeah, that was great. We've got stuff next week, too. We've got Hex Heart next week, and Three Teeth is coming back for like the 5th time, I think.
Okay. Then they're great, yeah.
Yeah.
And they just fill the place up for you, too, every time.
Pretty much.
They get the
Yeah.
fans in here.
But we've had the Eagles of Death Metal played here 3 or 4 times, the Melvins 3 or 4 times. Eagles of Death Metal probably would have kept playing here forever,
Yeah.
but when they had that shooting
Yeah.
in Paris, they became huge. Now,
Yeah.
So
So it's too big for their britches in here now.
apparently,
Well, that's good for them, though. That's part of the game, though.
yeah, absolutely.
Moving forward. So some other interesting shows you have on the horizon coming up. You got something with the Trash Brats.
Yeah, we got the Trash Brats next week, and they're releasing Jokes on You on vinyl.
Right.
So
I love the return to vinyl. That's just amazing. So, and as far as like Smalls that keep that going and keep the local scene alive, and a band that's 25, 30 years old.
yeah,
Uh,
well, we're all like I used to work for them.
Yeah.
and we're all the same age.
Yeah,
We're like,
so-
I can't believe we're still doing shows together.
A,
at
alive,
at 50.
and B, still able to strap on a guitar.
absolutely.
Right?
People, when I first started doing like the reunion every year here, people were like, "Are you guys going to wear dresses?" And they're like, "No, man, I'm in my mid-40s. I'm not doing that anymore." So,
Oh,
So we're actually here on a special night that you guys do once or twice a month.
Yeah.
It's a Thirst Wave.
Thirst Wave.
Right?
Yep.
And it's all 80s and 90s alternative dance. Somewhat that you're very well known for in this area. Because you're one of the only bars that still will do these type of nights.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, we took all the good DJs with Kat and Mike and Aaron and
Right.
took everybody away from City Club.
Okay.
So you steal the good ones, you get them in
They're
here.
good ones, and then the people start coming here and go, wait, the plumbing works here, and the
Hey.
heat works here, and the air conditioning works here.
I'm not
so.
standing in 2 inches of standing water. It's good. I like
The
it.
ceiling has never fallen on anybody here yet.
Yeah, you gotta hope.
It's going to happen now.
Right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said it out loud.
But you like to keep things fresh and keep things going, and one of the things that you did was create a beer,
Yeah.
right? So Smalls Lager.
Brew Detroit.
Yes.
My buddy Ryan Locke over at Brew Detroit has kind of championed this new line of beer they have, and wanted to do something with us. We were going to do it just as a one-off thing for Punchki Day,
Okay.
but it went over very well.
Right.
I don't know if we're going to take the steps to sell it at other places
Right.
because it's kind of in depth.
I'll
Yeah,
make it a
okay.
destination lager, you know?
Like you can get it here.
Yep.
That's about
That's
it.
So you have to venture down to Smalls to get your hands on a Smalls Lager. So what was the process? And who's your friend at Brew Detroit?
Ryan Locke.
All right. So Ryan, he's what's the process that you and he went through to come up with this particular recipe?
Well, the recipe, there was a couple existing recipes that they had,
Yeah.
and we tried them all, and I said, well, this is the one that I would back, I know would sell here the most.
Okay.
And he did a little bit of tweaking, and it's not as in-depth of a procedure as you would think.
Okay.
I told you, this might be a short story.
All right. Right on.
And then we got the handle made, and we've looked into putting it at other places because a bunch of bar owners and bar managers were here on Punchki Day and wanted to put it at their bars. It would be a pretty expensive thing, and I'd be then selling beer, like I'd be a beer salesman then, and
Sure.
I had my own vodka for a while, and I don't want to ever do that again.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I'll share with you that I've been drinking on this lager for a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's a more of a blonde than anything else. Is that what you would say would be a blonde more than a red, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it's
It's a very light beer.
yeah, absolutely.
Very light beer, so you can drink it all day if you wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Which is what you should do.
Which,
At least all night,
right? No, it's very good. It actually goes down very smooth. You
Right.
know? So it's a nice way to just kind of, instead of hitting the hard stuff first, you give your darker beers, your reds, your darks, your stouts.
Right.
Start with the lighter stuff, or finish with the lighter stuff at that. So
Or, I mean, for me, any of the heavier things, I can't drink more than one or two of them before I'm full.
right.
So
There you go.
there was a vodka-flavored beer. I think that would be my favorite, but
So you mentioned Punchki
Yeah.
Day
Yeah.
is a big Fat Tuesday before the Lent.
Yes.
It's a big celebration, a big Polish tradition, and a big tradition in the Catholic Church of a little debaucherous afternoon. And tell me a little bit about Punchki Day and what happens here at Smalls for Punchki Day.
Punchki Day is our St. Patrick's Day in Hamtramck, basically.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
we open at 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
When normally the earliest we'd ever open would be 7 at night, but we open at 10 a.m. We created another weird thing. We created something called the Punchki Bomb,
What's that?
which is basically a booze-filled donut.
Booze-filled donut.
We did it the first year. We just had some Punchkis,
Sure.
and we were kind of screwing around, and like, oh, that's actually pretty good. So the next year we did it, and just a few, and people were like, you need to do this for real. So we're up to, this year we went through 60 dozen.
60 dozen?
Yeah.
Matt, you're the banker. Do some math. 60 dozen. How many is that?
Well,
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Okay.
60 times. Is it a baker's dozen? Just a dozen.
So
It's a dozen.
Just yeah, that's a lot.
Holy
Yeah, it was
crap.
kind of crazy.
600 plus donuts. Oh my
That-
God.
that's a lot. of donuts,
720.
Okay, there you are.
That's a weekend at my home.
Man.
It's just me. It's all me.
We
I don't wanna
probably
do that.
probably 4 dozen we just put out so people could eat Punchkis. But we have Herman's Bakery in Royal Oak makes me half-size punchkis.
Okay.
Otherwise, a full punchki, it'll take 3 shots of booze and soak into the dough.
Yeah.
But, we try and make people diabetic, alcoholic, and rot their teeth in all one fell swoop. So
All right. So you have the so you have the killer shots of punchki bombs. What else is happening on Punchki Day down here?
we always have Captains of the Head.
Okay.
Polka Floyd. It's been a mainstay. East Side Elvis and the Motor City Mafia.
I remember Elvis.
And then this year we added the Bon Johnsons and AC/DC tribute to close out the night, and it was cool for it brings a different crowd that's been here all day.
Sure.
And most of the guys that came to see that band weren't down here the whole day, so we didn't have the drunkest people in the world at 10 o'clock like normal. We had a whole fresh new crew to get
All
drunk.
right.
So
Along with the drunks that have been here.
Yeah,
all day
absolutely.
to balance it out. So, what other events? That was like a lot of music going on there on
Yeah.
Punchki Day. What other? Because Hamtramck is kind of a music town, and me growing up, 80s, 90s, Hamtramck was always the place for local bands.
Yeah.
And there's not many venues for that anymore.
Well, the strange thing is, all of a sudden, that Ant Hall has
Yep.
opened up. Outer Limits reopened, and they're doing shows. And Paychecks just got sold to the
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So, within 2 miles.
It seems like a resurgence. Yeah.
And we're still here doing our thing. I like it. The Corner Bar is doing shows now too, but I like more venues here.
So
It's-
throughout the year, there's some music festivals that still go on.
Yeah.
What happens throughout the year, as far as music goes, on a larger scale, not just Smalls, but Hamtramck General?
Well, there's the Labor Day Festival is the big one, and then the Hamtramck Music Festival kind of replaced the Blowout.
Okay.
That-
And what's that?
Just a group of Hamtramck guys put it together,
Yeah.
and it benefits a different charity every year. I don't remember the charity.
Okay.
Yeah, there was the one charity that they worked with didn't file proper paperwork,
Oh.
so they went to a different charity
All
this
right.
year.
But the money goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
But so what exactly does it entail? How many bars do you know? Do you know? Or
I think it was 14 bars and
Okay.
venues and 4 bands a night for 2 nights.
okay. And so you're part of that as well.
Yep, definitely.
Very
So
nice.
who books in the bands for you when you do that
Well,
feature?
we don't really let anybody book our venue.
Okay. So you're picking the bands?
They'll be like, hey, what about this? And we're like, yeah, how about this?
Okay.
And
Right on.
we
And
have,
so that's like a wristband thing, and people
Yeah.
are going from bar to
yeah,
bar.
and that one's a cheap one, too. It's like $10 for the whole weekend. Whereas like the Metro Times was $15 for one night or $25 for the weekend. That one they tried to do too much with it when they went to Detroit, Ferndale, and Hamtramck. So that disappeared.
Nice.
So do you know? Because this bar has been here. I remember this bar from years gone by. Do you know any of the history of this place in general?
Well, I mean,
And
I
it's a
know,
podcast.
That
you can say
talk
whatever
about.
the fuck
you
you
can say
want.
whatever you want. Yeah.
I know it originally was a bank.
Okay.
My office upstairs is a giant vault.
Oh wow.
All
That's
right.
why I'm so comfortable here.
I-
All right.
The liquor room's a
I
safe.
did not know that.
So yeah, you could tell kind of. It says First Bank of Hamtramck or First State Bank of Hamtramck on the arch at the top of the roof, like above the doorway.
Oh okay.
I never noticed that.
Well, you're never here in the daytime.
Well, this is true.
Very true.
Well put. Well said. Yeah. Fact, ladies and gentlemen, that's a fact.
Then it was what was it? It was Jack's for a while,
Right.
and then Four Clover, or one of them was a biker drug bar.
Oh my.
They got shut down. And then
I just remember it being Jack's because my grandmother lived right over there on Caniff across
Right.
from St. Lads. She had that house. It's Con Travel now. She had that whole stretch. There's a
Right.
building and a house and a garage, and it was all hers. But so I remember Jack's being here because it was our neighbor owned it.
oh, okay.
I don't remember him being a drug biker. So
No, I think it was like the Clover one was
Yeah.
where it was the biker thing. But
Wow.
yeah, and Perry Lavoine and Jeff King and Dan Sordell owned it. They brought it. It was closed for a few years, and
Yeah.
then they opened it, and then we came along and grabbed it.
You were telling me about a new project and a new venture heading over into Royal Oak.
Yeah, which from the first time we talked, it went away. The whole idea got scrapped. But it just came back again a couple days ago. So
all right, because you were talking sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, we're going to do a sandwich shop, do soup, salad, and sandwiches.
All right.
My partner wants to call it Mean Old Mike's, and I'm like, everybody already knows I'm mean. We don't have to put that on a sign. I'm thinking we'll have a name probably in the next week, but it's in the old Baskin Robbins on Washington.
Okay.
Right across from Prano. So.
And so what's gonna happen in there? Just soups and sandwiches? Or is there a liquor license on that?
No. It's just a to-go sandwich joint.
All right.
Kind of almost like a deli.
I've seen recently you've done pop-up food trucks that come through here every once in a while.
Yeah.
So are there food trucks, or is it you out and back with a grill?
Yeah, there's no trucks.
No trucks, just you.
I did like the whole barbecue circuit over the summer.
Yeah. Because you got some barbecue in your background.
Yeah.
And so what's your cooking background? Do you just like to cook, or do you have some skill on it?
Yeah, just like to cook.
Okay, right on. So tell us about the pop-up, when you're doing the pop-up sliders here. What's going on with that?
We've been doing that almost every week. I come up with 3 or 4 different kinds every week and sell them here cheap.
All right.
We're doing our first brunch here tomorrow, which has engulfed all my energy for the last few days.
All right, so brunch. So tomorrow's Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, so brunch on Sunday.
Yeah.
What's gonna brunch at Smalls gonna look like?
One very tired me.
Okay.
We're gonna have breakfast burritos and cinnamon roll French toast and some vegetable quiche and meat quiche, and I'm doing a poutine with sausage gravy, and I made my own cheese curds.
No.
Like an Italian, it's like mozzarella and Asiago cheese. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So are you gonna have any drink specials going along with it? What's on the drink end of it?
We'll definitely be doing mimosas and Bloody Marys, and we're doing a pizza Bloody Mary.
A pizza Bloody Mary. Explain a pizza Bloody Mary to me, please.
So you got pepperoni, you got your pepperoncinis that go on the Bloody Mary as well.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a bunch of stuff. We did roasted garlic, ham, fresh mozzarella, Munster.
See?
In the Bloody Mary.
It's a pizza Bloody Mary.
Wow.
There'll be a skewer.
Okay. All right.
And we did a vegetarian form too, with cherry tomatoes and peppers and whatnot.
Very nice. Very nice.
Right on. I got nothing.
I had something that popped in my head, but it escaped me. I'll come back to it.
So, yeah.
I'll come back to it.
Yeah. So Noe, when you're doing the sliders, how often are you doing that, and how do people find out about the slider nights and the brunches and when they're taking place?
Pay attention to our social media.
Okay.
It's all social media.
All social media.
All right. So which socials or should people look at?
The Facebook.
Yeah.
Smalls.
You guys don't tweet much. It's more Facebook.
I don't know if we tweet. Natalie, do we tweet?
No, probably not.
No. All right.
She's not even.
She's not even.
Yeah. Smalls
she
Bar.
knows how to tune
Hamtramck.
me out. She can't hear it.
No.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
Smalls Bar.
Hamtramck. Yep.
SmallsBarDetroit.com is our website, so you can find stuff there too. But we haven't really been posting the food stuff.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
All right.
So yeah, we're here at Smalls in Hamtramck, and there are people that are walking in that are here for Thirst Wave.
Thirst Wave
That's here tonight, and Aaron is DJing along with Mike, and
and they're here.
I think there's a bachelorette party that's here as well.
Uh-oh.
Is that correct?
Yeah, there
Did I hear
is.
that?
I think there's going to be a birthday party.
Birthday
be
party
here.
of some sort, or all right. But thank you everybody for being here for Thirst Wave.
Yeah, coming on out, hanging out for the Thirst Wave. We have a couple Podcast Detroit shot glasses to give away. So if somebody wanted a shot glass to add to your collection at home, is a very cool little Podcast
Come
Detroit
here, Aaron. Come here,
shot
Aaron.
glass.
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron, come here.
But there's Aaron, there's a skill testing question that's going to go along with this, right? Are you ready to play along?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Yes. Come on over here. All right. It's a little game we like to call Dead or Canadian. You want a shot glass? All right, so you got it. Yes.
All right. Hey, what
you
is your
just
name?
jumped
What is your
in,
name?
so now you're in.
It's dead or Canadian.
That's the
right?
name of
So
the game. Yes.
This is the name of the game. So the gentleman's name is Graham Greene. Graham Greene. You would know him from Dances with Wolves and Twilight. He's a Native American gentleman. Plays a lot of character actors, right? Twilight and Dances with Wolves. Graham Greene. Is he dead or is he Canadian? He is Canadian. You are correct. He is.
Yes, you do.
He is Canadian and alive and well. That is right.
And what was the answer? Who was the gentleman we were talking about?
Graham Greene. He's from
Oh, I'm
Dances.
sorry. I
Yeah,
thought I
Graham
heard
Greene.
Grand Prix. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Graham Greene from Dances with Wolves.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
congratulations.
Can I? Woo! Up
Way
top.
to go. All right. Is he dead?
Dead.
Yeah. What about Lorne Green?
Dad.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Yes. He'd be 72 right now, which is 504 in dog years. So
That's old.
Yeah. Or he died at 72. One of the two.
Yeah,
I
he
forget.
died.
He died
a
at
long time
72,
ago.
something like that. All right.
All right.
John Mahoney, the singer. We'll throw one to you, Mike. The John Mahoney. He was the dad from Frasier.
He was
Dead or
what?
Canadian? The dad from Frasier.
The dad from Frasier.
Oh, he just died.
Oh yeah, he's
He
dead.
did just die.
All right.
I heard John Mahoney, and I automatically went to Police Academy. I don't know why, but I did.
Mahoney.
All right, Matt. I got one for you. Dead
Oh.
or Canadian?
All right.
Dead or Canadian? Arnold Palmer. And just keep in mind that Arnold Palmer made $40 million last year.
He was 72.
He was 72 when he died.
Yeah. Arnold
72. Yeah.
Arnold Palmer.
Dead or Canadian?
Dead or
yes.
Canadian.
He made $40 million last year. Is that crazy?
I'm going to say that he's Canadian.
He's dead. Arnold Palmer is dead. Yeah.
Well,
But
I
he
love
still
the game.
made-
I love the game of golf. All right.
He
So-
made $40 million last year. Is that nuts?
yeah, you're right. I was wrong. You were right.
There it
Yes.
is. Sure. There you go.
Aw.
You want a shot glass or a little? Oh, you want a little podcast Detroit bracelet? All right. It's a sticker. A hug.
Aw, he's so nice.
All
Thanks
right,
for playing,
fair play.
though.
Yeah, she's jumping in there. All right, that's my favorite little game, Dead or Canadian. The only one better is who's smellier. Because there's no wrong answer, really. You just have
It
to.
really isn't.
You have to figure out who's smellier. I always start with the Richard Simmons or Gene Simmons. Who's smellier?
It's got to be Gene.
Definitely. Absolutely. Oh, we went to sleep on us. All right. So, Mike, we really appreciate you taking some time with us and putting up with us and telling us a story. Creating the beer. What if somebody wanted to do like a specialty beer? Do you know more about Brew Detroit? Can people go in like Smalls Lager? You went in and worked with those guys over there at Brew Detroit. Can somebody go in and like commission something?
Yeah, I believe you can do that. They do a lot of packaging for other people and whatnot too. But
Who are some of the other people that they do beers for?
they do Atwater. They do that idiot Kid Rock's beer.
They do the badass beer.
Yeah, badass, dumbass, whatever
Okay.
that hillbilly's
Dumbass
beer
beer.
is.
You're a big fan, right? I guess.
But contact Ryan. He's like the brand ambassador guy over there. So
Okay.
Ryan Locke.
Okay. So Ryan Locke at Brew Detroit and Smalls Lager is available here at Smalls.
Exclusively for
Exclusively.
It is a
Yes.
destination beer, so
Yes.
you got to get in here and try it out. It's
Yeah.
and there's always something interesting happening. Are you guys open 7 days a week, no matter
No.
what?
No.
When are you?
now. Absolutely not.
You rest
Absolutely
on,
not.
you
We
rest
used to do
on
that.
Sunday or Monday. What?
No, it's mostly event driven, but we'll always be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Gotcha.
We've been open a lot more lately, and
All right.
we have just a ton of shows coming. Dead Kennedys and TSOL are coming here.
Okay.
That's going to be sold out in the next couple days.
All right.
And we should have a couple really big announcements in the next week. Some of the people playing Cold Waves.
Because it's a unique venue. I mean, it's you have two different sides to it, and how many people can you fit into the band side where the bands are performing?
Well, the legal capacity for the entire place is 192.
Oh my God! Yeah. All right.
We go a little past that at times.
All right. we don't want to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, because there was way more than 192 people here when I was seeing Modern English and the Chameleons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
been
shoulder to
upwards
shoulder.
of 500 in here at one time before. And then we realized we can't even serve a beer.
Yeah.
Nobody can even get
Can
to
you
the bar.
pass this
Yeah.
to that guy back there? 'Cause,
Literally, there was a guy standing in the booth.
But the doors
With a Bud
were
Light.
open. That's everything.
kind of send it.
We
over.
got plenty of fire exits.
There you go.
We know what we're doing.
Sure you do.
But Mike, honestly, thank you very much for the opportunity to come and talk to you about
Absolutely.
Smalls. What you guys are coming down and got planned in the future here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of plans going on. Sundays we do a brunch.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Every
It's our
year
first
we
brunch
have
tomorrow. so-
first brunch is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every year you have Punchki Day.
Yeah.
Right.
You should go here. You should go here. We're doing our first brunch tomorrow.
First brunch.
First brunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got to be here for.
Yep.
Natalie will show you the menu if you ask her nice.
Yes. So yeah, you have a lot of great things happening here. I love coming to Smalls. I truly do. Yes, I
We
only
love
come here
having
at
you.
nights for Thursday, but to be here a little bit more, you become more accustomed. Being that it used to be a bank, I'm a banker.
Right.
I'm very comfortable here. I truly am.
It's got
but
nothing to do with all the liquor or anything.
nothing at all.
Nothing.
No. You haven't seen me at my worst yet. So.
Right.
But it's a very
It's coming.
it's a very unique place in Hamtramck.
Right on.
I really appreciate the what you do here.
Thank you.
Musically, the bands, the live stuff that you do. So keep it up, man.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Cheers.
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 Sir.